Loud and great. So the last thing we covered, it was okay.
We covered.
I guess we finished unit 7. Yes,
Yes.
exactly. I covered the last one. It was news. Yes, news blunders. Now we finished with this one, and now it's a time for a new unit. Let's move on to unit 8. Yes. So behavior. A woman and 2 arrows next to her. What do you think this unit is gonna be about?
Family, maybe behavior. Children.
Maybe. The human animal. Interesting. This is the BBC episode for this week. All right, so let's not waste any minute and let's dive into the details.
Okay.
All right, so first we have reading. Obviously, we have 3 passages. They're telling us, look at the phone, look at the photos, and read the headlines. What do you think happened in each situation? So let's look at them, try to guess, then we have time to read them all.
Okay.
Okay. All right, this is number 2. Now we go to number 1. In New York, roommates find $40,000.
What a lucky person.
I think I saw this in a movie or something. Like, yeah, they just...
Oh.
Interesting. Okay, man misses job interview to save baby from train. This is cool. I bet if they knew, they would give him the job anyway. Father turns in bank robbing daughter. This is really...
What does robbing mean?
It's like stealing.
Oh, okay.
I have no idea. It's interesting. So does that mean the father and the daughter were at the bank at the same time, but one of them was just a civilian, the other one was the robber?
That's weird. I don't know.
Interesting. Okay. Let's check the questions here. They're telling us, read the articles and check your ideas. Okay, so do you want to read us the first one? It sounds really interesting.
Okay,
look, this is the sofa.
The 3 roommates who bought a used couch for $20 found 40,000 in couch stashed inside and returned the money to the 91-year-old widow. Okay, widow who had hidden it there. Sally Gusty said that she and her friends had bought the beat-up couch and a chair for $55 at a Salvation Army
thrift store.
Okay, thrift store. They noticed the arm cushions.
Okay. You noticed the arm cushions.
Cushions, okay, were weirdly lumpy. Then roommates Reese, I guess, Workhoven, opened a zipper on one arm and found an envelope. It contained 4,000 in purple war bills. Gusty Workhoven and roommate Laura Rosso opened the other arm zipper and started mining the treasure. stashed inside. They counted it up, $40,800. Later on, Gusty found a deposit slip with a woman's name on it, and then found her. They drove to the home of the woman, who cried in gratitude. When they gave her the cash she had hidden away, Gusty said that three had considered the option of keeping the money, but decided they couldn't do that. It went against their principles. At the end of the day, it wasn't ours, Gusty said. I think if any of us had used it, it would have felt really wrong.
Wow, this is really humanitarian.
Yeah.
Amazing, humane. Well, well done for them. What would you do if you were in the same position?
I would return back the money because, you know, it's kind of haram, so we don't do this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Look, they don't even believe in halal or haram. They have their own principles, and they stuck to them. This is what made them return the money back. Interesting. Yeah. Okay, the other story, I can read it. Man misses job interview to save baby from train. An unemployed Brooklyn man missed a job interview for the best of reasons. He was saving the life of a 9-month-old boy who was blown into the path of an oncoming subway train by a gust of high wind. Like a superhero without a cap, Delary Simmons jumped onto the track and lifted the bleeding child, still strapped into his stroller. This is from strap, you know. And do you know stroller meaning?
No, even strap.
Strap is like a belt that it has a kind of okay, let me show you a picture.
Okay.
It's like a rubber belt. All right, let me look. Stroller. Okay, I'm sharing picture. You can see it. Can you see it?
Wait, no. Oh, yes, now I can see it.
This is the strap, okay? Like it's like a rubber thing. They usually have the baby in straps, so the baby can stay in the stroller.
Yeah, I get it.
This is the stroller. This one. Wait, let me find the final one here. I want a baby in that. Oh. Okay. Do you see it? This one?
Yes.
Do you see the picture?
Yeah, I can see them. Yeah, I get it.
Okay. Right. So now let me continue. Sorry. Can you see my screen again?
Yes. All
right. So into the track, still strapped into his stroller, to the safety of the platform. As the train bore down on them. If he hadn't jumped down there, the baby wouldn't be alive, said a worker at the station. Everybody thinks I am some sort of superhero. The father of two said, I am just a normal person. Anybody would have done the same. A friend of Simmons thought differently. If that had happened to me, I might not have jumped. The out-of-work Brooklyn native was on his way to apply for a maintenance position at a warehouse. A strong gust of wind blew. He recalled, there was a woman with 4 kids. One was in a stroller. The wind blew the baby onto the tracks. He had no time to assess the situation. The train was coming around the corner as I lifted the baby from the tracks. I really wasn't thinking. Wow, this is interesting as well. What do you
Yeah,
think?
he's brave. Yeah, not anyone would do that.
He's really brave, right? Would you do it, what he did?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Interesting. Yeah.
Teacher, I got some words. Platform.
Yes. Platform is the place where it's here in the picture, in fact. You can see the platform, the place where people stand waiting the train. This is what we
Okay.
call a platform. What other one do you have?
Bow down.
Okay.
It's
Bore down, right?
Yes.
Yes, it means like he was like he fell down.
Oh, okay. Many wait.
Maintenance.
Maintenance. Yes.
It
Maintenance.
means fixing things, okay?
Okay.
Maintenance, like fixing things.
And assess the situation.
Assess, examine, assess from examining.
Okay. Okay.
Any other ones?
No.
Great. Okay, now let's jump up to the final story. Do you want to read it or I can read it?
Okay, I will try.
Go ahead.
Father turns in bankrupting daughter. An Adel-Dane man made the hardest choice of his life this weekend. He turned his own daughter into police after recognizing her photo from a police report about recent strange, I guess.
String.
Yes, of bank robbers. Neighbor Bill, the Biolay says the heartbroken dad was trying to protect his daughter. It's really tough situation, Biolay said, but I would have done the same thing. 27-year-old Anna McConnell was allegedly seen allegedly seen at the at St. George Bank in King William Street, at the Suncrop Bank in Grenfell Street, and at the bank in Nerpey, Elizabeth in the past few minutes, and Sergeant Tom Landers of the Adelaide police said the father came into the station with the woman's uncle. They'd seen the photos on TV and the internet and were sure it was McConnell. Police say the father didn't want to put off the decision once he saw it was his daughter and came in immediately. The surveillance photos were clear, said police. He really had no doubt it was her. The father said most of his friends were supportive, but not everyone. Local resident Jerry Camper said, okay, the guy wants to do the right thing, but who turns in their own daughter?
Wow. Interesting. Yeah. Wow, this is a tough situation when, like, I mean, the father must have been very disappointed. His own daughter was the bank robber, and he found it from a police string. String is like a thread, okay? But they use this word like string in police language as in like some findings, okay, about the case.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, interesting. Wow. What do you think about the father's behavior or like the entire story?
It's interesting. I thought that he would be so disappointed, as you said. Like, imagine, I like trying to make her grow up so well and make her behavior well. You find
there
out
is
that
an interesting word here, to turn someone in. To turn someone in, it means like like, for example, you know a criminal, right? And you saw him, you call the police on him, or you take him to the police. This is called turning in, okay? Or to turn someone in.
Oh, okay. And what does allegedly?
Oh, sorry. Allegedly, it's like what allegedly seen it. All right, means like, how to tell you. So here, 20-year-old Anna was allegedly seen. Like, it said that it was seen, but it's not confirmative.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Any other words do you have here?
Let me just double check. No, I don't think so. Oh, wait, surveillance photos.
Yes, it's from like those cameras and system that they have in banks. So they monitor who's coming, who's taking.
Oh, okay. Okay.
All right. So what do you think about the entire, like do you think the father should have done this?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, this is the right thing to do, right?
Yeah.
All right, now we have like 9 questions. I want you to look at the statements 1 to 8, and who do you think said each one? Okay, just half a minute. Read them and try to think about who have said this.
Okay.
There is some like maintenance work in the apartment, which is right above me. Can you hear what they're doing, or?
No, I can hear you. No.
Oh, okay, good. I believe you have some birds, right? I believe I heard some birds.
No, I'm sitting right next to windows, so that's because of it.
Oh, cool. Birds come to your window.
Yes.
Okay, let's do them together.
Okay.
Okay. I'm looking for something to support my family. So this was the guy who missed his interview. Okay, what about the other one? Her face wasn't covered, so I recognized her immediately.
I think this is Annie's father.
Yes, me too. She said, I have a lot of money in that coach, coach, and I really needed it. I really need it.
The woman who lost her
Exactly. I think all of
money.
them, they're going to be very easy for us. So here are the answers.
Okay.
You take them and so you can work on them on your own. They're very easy. Did you take them?
Yes.
All right. Now let's go to the vocabulary net. They're telling us find verbs in the articles to complete the words, the word webs. So here you have a decision, postpone, it means like to delay, reach, to arrive somewhere or something.
Yeah. No, it's okay.
And arrive at. Okay, this is for the first one. Try to find another one similar to them here to fill this gap. The same for the second one. Your principles. Stick to your principle, we say. Betray your principles. Betray, it means like to when you betray someone, you just break the trust between you and that one or that thing. Like you break your principles. Or you follow your principles. Right. A situation, we evaluate a situation, we explore a situation, and we look into a situation. Okay?
Okay.
So try to find just one more example. Have a look at the articles, take your time, take a minute, and search for the words that I told you about.
Okay. Okay, I finished.
Great job. You're fast. So did you find the missing words here?
Yes, number one, put off a decision.
Yes, that's correct. We say to put off. Okay,
and
what about the second one?
Against your principles.
Against your principles. And the last one?
Came into a situation, I guess.
Assess a situation.
Okay.
Okay, here they are. We say go against your principles, put off a decision, and assess a situation.
Okay, I'm good.
Okay. Great. So now, all right, now let's go down there a little bit. We need to read the extracts from a web forum below. Do you know the meaning of forum or forum?
No.
It's like a website for some discussions.
Oh,
We need to complete the texts with the correct form of the verbs from exercise 2A. Let's look at them here. Oh, okay. It's connected to an exercise we didn't do. Okay, we can go back to 2A. Let me look. Oh, no, we did it. These verbs,
Yeah,
can
we
you
did
see
it.
them?
Yes.
We did it. Here, these verbs. Like postpone a decision, reach a decision, arrive at a decision, and so on. We need to use them here, okay? We have like we have 6 gaps. Let's do, if you want, we can do it together. Or
Okay.
do you prefer
Okay.
to work on it before we work on it together?
Okay, let me try.
Yes, take your time. Okay.
Okay.
Right, let's do it together.
Okay.
Great. So at the store, my food came to $10. I gave the cashier $20, but she gave me 100 in change. Obviously, she thought she'd given me a $10 note. I
Assessed the situation.
how did you do it? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I said I assessed the situation, maybe.
Yes, assessed the situation or evaluated the situation. I needed money badly. It's good to confess. It was her mistake. Okay, so should I
Follow
watch?
my principles.
Well, if that would follow my principles, then after it, not take the money, but and keep the money. So should I go against my
Ah,
principles
okay.
and
Or betray,
take the
maybe.
money, or you can say betray my principles exactly and keep the money, although I knew she might have to pay the missing cash back herself. In the end,
I will put off a decision.
I reached a decision, or I arrived at a decision and stopped here. What do you think? Did he take the money, or I don't know?
I
Okay,
think yes.
I don't
Because
know, maybe.
he needed money so badly, so.
Maybe. Okay, the second one is yours.
Okay. The night before my final school exam, a classmate sent me an email with the exam answers and an attachment. What should I do? Ignore the email, or I guess this is explores the situation by asking him why he'd sent
Yes, explore the situation or look into the situation.
why he'd sent it and who else he'd sent it to. I really wanted to stuck to my principles and do the exam without cheating. I um I'll put off, I guess, my decision by going to bed in the morning. It was clear to me what to do.
What do you think each person did? Do you think that was a good decision or a bad decision?
I guess number one, good decision, and number two, maybe bad decision.
Maybe. So, do you remember? Do you remember a time you had like you took a considerable time thinking about your decision?
Sorry, but I didn't get what you mean.
I mean, like they look if you see they postponed. They were like thinking. They took time to think. Have you ever been in the same situation? Like you took a considerable time to think about something and decide about it?
Oh, yeah, totally. Of course.
Okay. What was it? Again, cheating
Actually,
or something like this?
a lot of things. I really can't remember anything at the moment, but
Can you hear me? You were breaking.
yeah. I'm sorry, my internet is weak.
No problem. Okay. I wish I wish they have the rest of the story. I believe they have it.
Maybe in another section, I guess.
The other section, yes, I'm sure in the other section they're gonna tell us. Okay, so now look at the sentences and underline all the verbs here. Past and mixed conditionals. This is good. Yes, look at the sentences in 1, 2, 3, and 4, and underline all the verbs you can see.
Okay, I finished.
Okay, great. So let's look at the verbs together.
Number one.
Yes.
Think and used and felt.
I think you have more. You can look at the screen now. You can see we have had used it, would have felt, had happened, I might. Okay. Can you, I will be back in a second. Just 1 minute, please.
Take your time.
Okay. So, I'm sorry again. Right.
No problem.
So you can see here, I think if any of us had used it, comma, it would have felt really wrong. You can see this is what we call the past tense with mixed conditionals, okay? It's all hypothetical situation. It's not gonna happen. It's just they're imagining. So they said, I think, and then they started the conditional. If any of us had used it, had plus verb 3, it would, like subject would, plus have verb 3 felt really wrong. Okay. The same thing happened with the other sentences, almost the same. We will go into it in details after break with the language bank.
Okay.
Now they're telling us work in pairs and answer the questions about sentences 1 to 4. Here, 1. Do they refer to a real or hypothetical situation?
Hypothetical situation.
Of course, hypothetical situation. Does each sentence refer to the past or to the past and present.
Past and present.
Sentence 3. Let's look at sentence 3. I would have done the same thing. Sentence 3, they're telling us, has only one result clause. Why is it unnecessary to have a conditional clause? You know, clause like part of the sentence. In the second text, find another example of a result clause on its own. Here we can find. Let's check your answers. Yes, all of the four sentences, or all four sentences are hypothetical because the condition is always in the past and it can't be changed. Okay. Now, number 1 and 3 refer to the past. They refer, or number 4 refers to the past and present. Okay. Because look, in sentence 1 and 3, they're imagining if they did something in the past and they can't change it now. But in 4, if I hadn't jumped down there, the baby wouldn't be alive. So this is something in the past and the result now, because the baby wouldn't be alive now.
Yeah, I get it.
Okay. And this is the third answer. You can read it to us, number 3.
I can see it. Wait. Yes. The conditional if clause is often not used if the condition is understood or obvious. Another example from text 2 and example 1b, anybody would have done the same.
Okay, great.
You can hear me, right?
Great.
Like I'm not breaking or something. Hello. Teacher. Hello, teacher, can you hear me?
Hello, I'm sorry, it's my internet connection. Can you please make me the host?
Okay, wait. Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. So before I disconnect, we were discussing the final condition. So the conditional if clause is often not used if the condition is understood or obvious. You can see here. They're telling you sentence 3. Look at it. Number 3. I would have done the same thing. Like the first clause, it would be if I was in his place, I would have done the same thing, right? So, or if
Yeah,
I
right.
were in his place, both correct. So here it's obvious. It's obvious when he said I would have done the same. It's just obvious. That's why they just dropped it. And of course, this is possible. So work in pairs and answer questions about 1 to 4. I believe we just did that. It
Yes.
just elaborating on the same thing. Right, no problem. Here we have rules. 1, 2, 3. Very easy. I will just show you. Yes, they're telling you in the conditional clause, use the past perfect to talk about the hypothetical situation or the hypothetical past. We know that. In the result clause,
Yes.
use a model, here would, might, plus have, plus verb 3, past participle, to talk about the past. Okay, good. And here another condition, use model plus informative, verb 1, to talk about the present. Got it? If you want to talk about the
Got it.
past, you go for have, verb 3. If you want to talk about the present, you go for model plus verb 1. All right, so far so good. Yes, I believe it's now time for the language bank. You can go to the language bank.
Okay, which page?
It's page 142.
Okay.
Hypothetical past conditional third condition or third conditional. This is a very famous conditional, like when you just use hypothetical situations. Right. I'll drink some water.
Okay. No problem.
Let's look at the first form here, the first box. If plus past perfect, like had plus verb 3. And in the second clause, the result clause, you can use. By the way, do you know the meaning of clause?
Yes.
It's like part of the sentence. If you look at this one, like this is a clause, and this is another clause.
Yeah. I get it. Okay.
So here they're telling you use a model, would, might, could, have, and verb 3. Okay. This is the first form. The other form would be if plus past perfect continuous plus the same result clause. Let's see examples and why. They're telling us use this to talk about a hypothetical situation and result in the past. The situation cannot be changed. What cannot be changed? And it's highlighted. If Leon had known about the problem, he would have helped. This is one way to do it. The other way, if you hadn't overslept, okay, we wouldn't have been late. This is the same, but in the like the negative form. So here they're just using past perfect, okay, if plus past perfect, and in the other, the result clause, they're using a model plus have and verb 3, okay. So this is a situation a situation that cannot be changed, okay? And the result is in the past. It's all done, and you cannot do anything about it. This is like all in all. For a longer action, use the past perfect continuous. If you have a longer action, you can use the past perfect continuous. For example, if I hadn't been sitting there, I was sitting. It took time, okay? We wouldn't have met. We wouldn't have met. Again, it's impossible. It happened in the past. It can't be changed. But here the action, the action clause, it took time. The conditional clause, it took time, okay? It took like a long time.
Okay.
So far, so good. So they're telling you in the last one, it's common to use only one clause of the full conditional. Yes, like what I told you. Why didn't you tell me you wanted some grapes? I could have bought you some. So instead of telling if you told me, etc., it's just I could have bought you some, but I didn't. And I'm just here. I can't change it. Okay, look there. Yeah, like if you, I don't know if you have like culture context here, but I have many English friends, not just English friends, European friends. Out of my work, I worked on some studies, and believe me, they tell each other that way. Like they're honest a lot. Like for example, if they wanted some food from you, they would have said it for you. Like they would just tell you, Tartil, could you please bring me some like food from traditional food from Libya or something? Yeah, they would have said it. They would have said it, and they're very different than us, you know. They wouldn't feel shy to say that. And for example, if you they didn't bring you anything after like long time you didn't see them, they would have told you, you didn't tell us. It's they just expect you to tell them everything. All right. So
I get it. I need an English friend, by the way, but I don't really have the chance to know them, you know.
Did you like take the chance to meet them in person or like just online?
No, I mean real life and even online.
Do you had English friends in real life, like you met them face to face?
No, like I just said that I have no chance.
Oh yeah, I know. But when you deal with them, you would feel like yes, sometimes like they're not bad. I'm not telling you they're bad. Sometimes they're really sweet.
No, at all.
I have one friend from Scotland. Yeah, I have one friend from Scotland. He's really like kind, but it's just so like very spontaneous. He can't expect anything, you know. He would have just he just think that yeah, if I need something from him, I can just say it to him. That's it.
Yeah, I get it.
So look at this sentence. I could have bought you some grapes. It means like, if you told me, I would have bought you some grapes, because they tell each other, bring me some grapes. Okay, just like that.
Yeah.
All right. We will look into the mixed conditional after break. Let's take 10 minutes of break, and we will be back.
Oh, okay. Here.
How was your break?
It was good. I did nothing.
All right. So now we're gonna study the mixed conditionals. Why they're mixed? I'll tell you why. Because they're mixed. Okay. So the form of those kind of conditionals, they're just if plus past perfect, like the third kind of conditional. And here in the result clause, you have would, might, could, like any of them, plus verb one, affirmative or infinitive, sorry. They're telling you we use this kind of conditional to talk about hypothetical condition in the past. Okay, so what's different?
Okay.
But with a result in the present. Okay, this is the difference. This is the difference. This is why it's different than the other ones. Let's see an example. If she hadn't missed her phone or her plane, sorry. If she hadn't missed her plane, okay, I'm using lots of colors. Red is good. Where is red? Red is good now. Okay, my pen. This is my pen. If she hadn't missed her plane, okay, this is the conditional. She would have, sorry, she would be in Mexico now. So the hypothetical situation here, it's in the past, right? But the result is now present. Did you see the difference?
Yeah.
Let's see another example. If I had been successful in the exam, I might have a better job now. This is a real life situation. Yes, so you can see, yeah, this is very true, by the way. There was a teacher of mine when I was freshman in college. She said, people who study more, they will just get more. And I was like, yeah, whatever. But over time, it was true. Like, I know many of my friends, and it was, yeah, very true. The same here. Look, you had been successful in the exam, you might have a better job. So the result now, your job now might be not good. Like example, I'm not talking about you. Why? Because of a hypothetical situation in the past. This is as simple as that. Okay.
Okay.
Right. Now, close order. They're telling you it's possible to change the order of the clothes. No problem. Note this one. Now, if is in the middle, you don't need the comma. Why? Can you tell me why? If you told me why, I would it would be amazing, because that means you understand completely the structure of the sentences. Look at this one, for example. You would have known about the meeting if you'd changed your email. Okay. We didn't need a comma when if shifted to the middle. Why? Why?
I don't know, but I get the grammar.
Okay, this is a very good question. This is an amazing question that will lead to a lot of other questions. Right. It's time to work on something from outside the book for a bit. Give me just a second. I need to look into one of my files.
Okay.
3 types of sentences. You know how many types of sentences do we have? Like we have in English?
No.
Okay, try to guess a number.
Maybe. Is it more or less than 10?
Of course, less. Of course. I mean, not all types of sentences. Of course, we have something called interrogatory, like negative, declarative. I'm not talking about those kind. I'm telling you how many types of sentences in structure.
Oh, 4 or 5 maybe.
There are 4.
4. Yes.
Do you know like do you know their names? Simple sentence, compound sentence. Have you heard of them?
No.
Okay, you'll hear about them now.
Okay.
Okay, I'll share. I have them here. Okay. Right. Can you see my screen now? They're on my screen.
Yes. Basic English. Okay.
It's very basic, but believe me, you should know the structure. So we have three main types of sentences, okay? The first one is called simple sentence. It's simple, but it's like very important to understand the structure. It has the most basic elements, just a subject, a verb, and a complement, just like any other simple sentence. For example, Joe waited for the train. Simple. Now, don't be confused. Look, the main important in the sentence is that full stop at the end of it, okay? So sometimes you have many simple sentences next to each other, and it's okay. It's okay. You can just you can see them. They're not complex. They're not compound. Like many other examples here. Sometimes, look, this is important. Sometimes the subject of the simple sentence can be compound. You can, for example, have Mary and Samantha took the bus. Sometimes you can find a compound verb, like they took the bus and ate their breakfast, for example. Okay, so it's just differentiate between what is called a compound subject, a compound verb, or we call it a compound verb phrase, and a compound sentence. The compound sentence is something different. We will get to know it now, and I will explain to you the complex. I will stop after the complex. All right.
Okay.
Now, compound sentences. What are the sentences? They're telling you they can provide or they can make writing richer and colorful. Okay, we know that. When forming compound sentences, it's important to understand that the components of a compound sentence okay, they're telling us we need to know how to form them and what are the clauses that we're joining. Okay, what is a compound sentence? Okay, right. So this is, let me click here. Yes, independent. This is take us to something called dependent clause and independent clause. Have you ever heard of them?
No.
Good, no problem.
Never.
An independent clause, it's a clause that contain a, look from its name. Don't you be confused with what it has, what it doesn't have. Independent, it means it can stand alone, right?
Yeah.
Dependent, without the N, it means it can't stand alone, right?
Yeah, I know this. Right.
I'll give you an example. For example, right. Let me write here an example. Or let's not use if, for example. I really have no idea why I can't come up with examples now. Okay. Yes. Max likes to hunt. Okay. Where is my share screen? It's Max. Right. Max likes to hunt. So this is dependent or independent clause.
Independent, I guess.
It's independent. You can stop here and it's full meaning sentence. Okay. So what about this one? When I called you and I stopped, is it dependent or independent?
No, this now is independent.
This now is dependent. It needs another one. You need to put a comma. And I need
guess
to complete
you
the
said
sentence.
independent. Oh, I just mixed them. Sorry.
Exactly. Look, don't you worry. I'll repeat again. The one that it can stand alone, it's independent.
Oh, okay.
The one that it needs another clause to make a sentence, it's called dependent. Now, simply speaking, two independent clauses, it means compound sentence. Okay, you need two independent clauses. Each one of them, it can stand alone. Look, this is an example. Max likes to hunt and he is going to hunt on Friday. If you can stop here at the first, like at the end of the first one, Max likes to hunt. This is one clause, independent. It can stand alone. And the other one, he's going hunting on Friday. This is the other one. Both of them, they can stand alone, and they are connected by one of the fanboys. Do you remember the fanboys?
No.
No.
Fanboy?
Okay. Fanboys, F for 4. I have them in one picture.
Oh.
I don't need to write them again.
Yeah, I know them,
It's
but
here. For and
boys.
nor, but, or, yet, and so. Yes, they all can connect two independent clauses to form one compound sentence. Okay? Do you understand me?
Yes, totally.
Now, our point. You see how this question led us to like so many things. Now, the complex sentence. This is why you didn't know how to answer. The complex sentence is formed by one dependent clause and another one which is independent clause. My sentence is a very good example for this. For example, when I called you yesterday, this is, okay, here, when. Or when you called me yesterday, comma, look, I stopped, okay? I comma. This is when you called me yesterday, I stopped, and it's not a full meaning. So it's what?
Dependent.
Dependent, that's right. Now I need to write an independent clause to complete the sentence. I was working on my project. Okay. Right. So you can look here. You can see I have an independent, a dependent clause. A connector. We call it a conjunction here, when. And we have an independent clause. Now, the conjunctions, the subordinating conjunctions, we have a lot. We have when, we have while.
Yes.
And guess who is, or which one is with them? It's if, the one that started all this question. So when if comes, it's just similar to when. Now look, if we took this dependent clause and we put it after the independent clause, so we have the connector, the conjunctive in the middle. I will write it so you can understand. It would be like, I was working on my project when you called me. When or if or all of the conjunctives here are connectors. So how come you put a comma, which is a connecting like tool, just before a conjunction? It's wrong. This is why when if comes in the middle, or even when, or all of them, we don't need it, because the dependent clause came next. Do you see how writing is very connected, and just structure is very connected?
Yeah.
Good, right?
It's it's kind of confused, but it's good to know. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yes, cool. This is a very important information for you, especially if you're doing some international kind of tests. Right, so this is why when we put the dependent clause later, you don't need any kind of punctuation. Right, now it's your turn. Go to A and choose the correct ending. You have A, B, A, B, A, B. Go ahead.
Okay, give me 2 minutes.
Okay, take your time. Take your time.
Okay, teacher. I finished.
Okay, great. Let's check your answers here.
Okay. So number 1,
Number 1, read it, please.
if the builders had begun the job 2 weeks ago, they might it's A, they might have finished it by now.
All
Is it
right,
true?
they might have finished it by now. That's correct.
Okay. If I guess this Chan had
Yes.
started the race better, she could have won the gold medal.
All right. She could have won the gold medal. Thank you. And 3?
And 3, we wouldn't be lost. It's A, if you hadn't given me the wrong direction.
Bravo. Bravo. That's correct.
4, if Marco hadn't ignored my advice, he wouldn't be in this mess now. And 5, I would have noticed the hole in the ground if I hadn't been thinking about something else. Hello, teacher. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Okay, good job. Go on.
Is there anything else?
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear in the last one. Could you please repeat it?
Yeah, okay. I would have noticed the hole in the ground if I hadn't been thinking about something else.
All right, that's correct. Now let's go there to B, and we need to join the sentences using a past or mixed conditional.
One question, please.
Yes,
And
go.
number 1, I guess
Yes.
B and I guess B fits better for some reason.
Right.
I don't know.
Let's read it
Because
again. Yes, I understood. Let's read it again and see the possibilities. If the builders had begun the job 2 weeks ago, they might they might have finished it by now. So obviously it's all in the past, the result and the consequence, like what happened, what they did, and what's the result now. They didn't do it yet, so how can be the result now?
Oh, yeah. That means the builders haven't started yet,
Yes,
right?
exactly. Right. So now let's move to B, and let's mix the sentence. Let's make the sentences using the past or mixed conditional.
Okay.
Okay, have you finished?
I'm still on number two.
Okay, take your time.
Okay.
All right.
I did number 2 and 3.
Okay, no problem. We can do it together. Let's check it out. All right. So, yes. Oh, okay. You can see the answers on my screen, but they're very long. So let me check the first three with you. Read them to me.
Hey teacher, I'm
Can you hear
sorry
me?
because
Hello?
yes, my friend calls me, so
It's okay.
okay. So
Hello, can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So read to me the sentences you just did.
Okay. Number 2, if you hadn't invited me to the party, if you had invited me to the party, I would have come.
Okay.
And number 3, Ludmali had lost all her money on the stock market. She wouldn't be rich now. I'm not sure about this, but
If Ladamla hadn't lost all her money on the stock market, she would
she
be
would,
rich.
yeah.
Or they give us the second one. Lamali would be rich now if she hadn't lose all of her money. Okay, I believe this is good. You can have all the answers and double check them.
Let me just,
Take a picture for them, and
yes,
at home in your free time,
I will
go
study
further
them.
from this
I
and
promise.
compare with yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. Now let's go back to Unit 8.
Okay.
Okay. Right. So again, here we have an exercise. Okay, we need to read the situations 1 to 3. 1, 2, and 3. Number 1 is a hiker. Hiking, a hiker. Number 2, a 39-year-old man. And number 3, a woman found a winning lottery ticket. Okay. I wanted to look into all of those situations and try to use the verbs in the correct structure. Okay, then we do it together. Take 2 minutes to look into the sentences.
Okay.
All right, let's do it together. Okay, I will let you do situation 1 since you worked on it. So then we can do the other ones together.
Okay. Hiker saved strangers lost on a snowy mountain by sharing his food and water with them and risking his own life. If they had more prepared without that morning, he wouldn't need to risk his life, and they could hide now if he um if he well, you heard me, teacher?
I couldn't hear you at all. You're breaking a lot. Can you hear me? Hello.
Oh, sorry, teacher. The internet here is terrible. So I will read again, okay?
Okay.
Number one, a hiker saved two strangers lost on a snowy mountain by sharing his food and water with them and risking his own life. A, if they had been more prepared when they set out that morning, he wouldn't need to risk his own life. And B, they could have died. They could have. They could been died. No, they could have
Okay.
died, I guess, now if he had left them there.
They could be dead now if he
Dead.
had left them there. Okay.
Okay.
Right. No problem. These are the answers again. You can take them, work on the other two situations, and it's more beneficial for you if you looked at the answers after you try, because just giving you the answers wouldn't help you a lot. So here, take them and work on them. That and look back to the answers. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Now let's go to speaking for a bit before we finish. And yes, think about decisions you've made, good and bad, easy and hard. It's like major and minor. Look at the topics for ideas and make notes about two situations. All right, I'll give you half a minute. Look at the topics here, or even think about the topic on your own. Then tell me. I'll let you speak between 1 to 2 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes, kind of.
Okay, go ahead.
Um,
Which
I
one
guess
did you
the
choose?
decision I made is that last year, I took the risk to study Turkish language because I thought I would need it. I mean, in my future, because I'm moving there. So I studied it for, I guess, 10 months, like you can say a year. And now I can speak not very well because I'm not living there, but I can understand, I can handle myself, if I go there.
Okay, so what were the advantages or disadvantages for that decision?
It make me look. I don't like Turkey, to be honest. I mean, I don't like Turkish people. They are racist, and but that make me feel like I'm doing this for my future. So I can't imagine. I can't imagine how many hard things I could do to reach
Yeah,
my goal.
yeah, yeah.
And the
Right.
disadvantage, I go